Hello, singles. Elsie here to do a reading. Happy weekend to you, friends. How are you? I hope you are well. Thanks so much for showing up here. I thought I'd come by and give you a singles reading. I was thinking about no contact, so I think we're going to do a no contact read for you today to find out what's going on. We're going to do no contact, but we're also going to talk about if there's, for those of you who are in no contact, and this is interesting to you, we're also going to talk about if there's someone coming in the future as well. Tell me about the collective singles. I'm going to call it the signs and symbols as you need to know them or hear them to see what's going on, but please use your own discernment. It is a general reading and it's not going to resonate with everyone. If you need a reading, a private reading for your own energy, please know there's sales like crazy right now. For pre-recorded readings, 10% off, and for the live readings, it is between 5 and 75% off, depending on how long you want to talk. And look, those private readings that are live, you get to ask me as many questions as you can push into that time frame that we're together. Those are fun. I just did one today. All right. Tell me what's going on, please. Tell me what's going on for the collective. Let's talk about no contact here. Why are we in no contact? We've got the Five of Wands because somebody's in indecision. Somebody can't make up their mind here. They're in a tug and pull here about what they want for the rest of their days. It feels like somebody here is about to make a permanent decision. So they're about to make a decision about what they're going to do for the rest of their time here. Because if they're going to make a decision, they're going slow, Ten of Pentacles, and they're in indecision because they don't want to just jump into anything because they want it to last. And that's why you're in no contact. People are allowed to make up their minds. We do have the Ten of Cups, yeah. So I feel like somebody here is thinking long-term happiness, family, marriage. They're thinking about the long-term commitment. You know, what's going to happen for the next 10 years, it feels like. There is the Ten of Cups here. This person is thinking family related. Can we bring our kids together under one roof, or can we get together and have some children? It does feel like that the reason there is no contact at this time is because somebody is making a really big decision about what they're going to do next, and they're not going to be pushed into making a decision before they want to. And I think that's valid. There's value to that. Tell me about the Five of Wands. We've got the Nine of Wands. We've got the Three of Swords. Yeah. And the Six of Cups. Bottom of the deck, we have the High Priestess. So somebody's trying to use their intuition to make this decision. Feels like with the Nine of Wands that somebody has been waiting a really long time. So I feel like this no contact period could, for some of you, be 14 or 15 months, like a year and a half maybe. For some of you, it might be 6 months, 3 weeks. For a few of you, maybe 10 months. It feels like there is a no contact here, and it feels like somebody here, the reason that they haven't come forward is because they are worried about getting their heart broken, essentially. It's like they equate happiness, or they equate the Ten of Cups with the Three of Swords. So someone, I feel like this person's very loyal. Maybe they are an earth sign possibly, or maybe a fixed sign, Scorpio, Taurus, Aquarius, Leo, because the fixed signs just don't know when to give up. The fixed signs are so loyal, they just don't know when to back out. And so I feel like that this is probably someone, I'm looking at the Pentacles, Taurus, Virgo, Capricorn. They could be, they don't have to be. But I feel like this person is very loyal. They might have accumulated wealth over time, so they have a lot to lose. And this person is looking for someone who they feel like they've known forever, or maybe someone that they have known forever. But I feel like this person probably most recently had their heart broken by someone who they have known forever. They thought that they could trust this person. They thought that they knew this person. And it feels like maybe their intuition, they didn't use their intuition, or maybe they felt like their intuition lied to them. So maybe they don't trust themselves. Tell me about the Ten of Pentacles. We have the Knight of Wands. Yeah, I think this person jumped in too fast. They jumped in because of fire. It may have started in a friends with benefits situation, the last thing that broke up for them. The Four of Cups is here, and then we have the Ten of Pentacles. So I feel like this person has restored their wealth, or they spend a lot of time working. They could be someone who deals in finances, maybe an accountant, an actuary, chief financial officer, somebody who's like sort of in a higher position than a manager, I would say. It feels like this person has quite a career and a reputation of helping people, of being kind, of being overgiving. This person, as I was saying, could be a Taurus, a Virgo, or a Capricorn that I'm talking about, because the King of Pentacles is here, who is Taurus. But the general reading brings the Capricorn and Virgo into it as well. We do have Sagittarius energy here. It does feel like, it feels like they jumped into something too fast, or they got into something in fire first. Maybe it was a situationship that ended up in a long-term relationship. And I think they ended up getting their heart broken. I think that's why they're hesitant. It feels like they're hesitant to make a connection with you, because they feel as they equate love with the Three of Swords, with getting their heart broken. Tell me why they're holding back here. Tell me why there's no contact. I think that's what this Five of Wands is. Got the Wheel of Fortune. Okay, so they're going through big changes in their life at this time. It feels like somebody is going through a time of perspective. Somebody here is holding back, trying to be courageous. They are doing things that they've never done before. They're trying to be courageous because the Wheel of Fortune is here. The Wheel of Fortune can be terrifying. When everything starts changing and expanding and moving around and things are pulling you forward, it feels like the universe is trying to get this person to make a decision about you. It feels like this Strength card is like the universe is trying to say, come on, you've got the courage here to do what you need to do. The Hanged Man and the Wheel of Fortune are here. But this person is trying to fight the Wheel of Fortune. They're trying to hold back. They're trying to stop it from moving forward because they're not ready to make a decision. And so I feel like you might hear from them soon. Tell me about the Wheel of Fortune, because everything's about to change here in the Five of Wands. They're not going to be able to hold back much longer. There's not going to be much more space and time for them to hold back from this. Tell me what's going to happen. We've got, yep, the Ace of Swords. Yep, for sure. The Ace of Swords, the Four of Wands, and the Page of Cups. There it is. This person I feel is about to reach out. I feel like the Wheel of Fortune is kind of pushing them in that direction. There's somebody here who's making a really big decision for their life. The next person I date is the last person I date. And that's why they're hesitating to contact you, because they don't want to get their heart broken. And this is the last time, I feel like this person does deal with a lot of pressures of life. It feels like they are somebody who has possibly a lot of financial debt, or they're still trying to pay their way out of financial debt. Maybe they went into financial debt. It feels like they were in some sort of relationship where maybe they accumulated a lot of debt, or maybe they had to give up half of their money and that's why they're in debt. But it feels like they have a lot of financial pressures going on. So pressures to move, pressures to stop holding back. I feel like they've been working a lot. This person is someone who is very focused on their pentacle world, but they're very generous. So they could be someone who works a lot, puts a lot in the bank, but then gives a lot away. So why do they equate this Three of Swords with the Ten of Cups? The Empress, the Six of Wands, and the Eight of Pentacles. It feels like they were very attracted to an Empress, and I don't think it worked out with the Empress. I don't think that it did. They could be the Empress. Maybe they had their heart broken, but I feel like it just didn't work out with the Empress. It feels like there was a lot of attraction here. It feels like possibly the Empress was someone who we have Empresses and Kings, right? And so that's not really a vibrational match. So it feels like the vibrational match was off. It feels like this person is a king. The Empress is the Empress, right? Who has all of the wisdom. There could have been an age difference, right? A difference in wisdom, kind of. The Empress being possibly the older one. And it feels like there was no patience. We didn't have any patience, and we were not very affectionate. And we talked about things that were logical and practical, but we didn't really have a lot of deep, passionate energy is what it looks like here. The Six of Wands tells me we were attracted to each other. The Six of Wands is attractive energy, but there feels like to be with that attraction a lot of egoic energy, and I don't know which side it was on. So it feels like, I feel like this person, your person, just really focuses on work is what they do. So tell me if this person's going to come forward. What's their next moves towards the collective? Six of Swords, somebody's in transition toward love. And the Five of Swords, but they haven't decided yet. Look, the Five of Swords is like, but what if everything is different between us? What if this person doesn't want to have kids? What if they don't want to be the same religion? What if they don't want to raise the children in the same religion? Like fundamental stuff, right? It feels like this person is fighting their feelings or holding back because they don't want to have to deal with all of the details that we have to deal with to get into a relationship where we have to combine our interests, combine our money. That's why they're holding back. They've been really gutted before, and I don't think that they want to do that. And I feel like that they do feel you're a soulmate, but they don't want something to go wrong where they lose a friendship and they lose a relationship. So the Five of Swords is the fighting the feelings, the Ace of Cups. Somebody's fighting the new cycle, but transition is here. I feel like their next moves is that they are moving toward the Ace of Cups, but I feel like they're worried that things aren't going to work out. I think that everything has changed, though. It feels like with this transformational energy here that this person has learned lessons in the last relationship. And I feel like they were the one that brought the relationship to an end. So I don't think it has much to do with whether they're worried about you leaving. I think they're worried about whether they're going to cut out or not. I think they cut out of the last relationship because of fundamental differences. Because of, there's a lot of really very basic things that you need to get down in terms of relationship. We have to agree on some really important points. Usually it's like politics or having children or religion or spirituality versus religion. Like there's a few things that are going to be deal breakers. And I think that there were deal breakers. So this person, I feel the reason that there's no contact with you is because they know that if they go in, they go all in, and that's Taurus energy. This person is not just coming in just for dating. That's not what they're doing, because they learned from having a friends with benefits relationship before. They're not going to do that again. So if they're in, they're all in. But right now they're sitting in their comfort zone. Everything's fine in my life. I just don't have the collective in my life. So I feel like this person is holding back, and I don't know if you'll hear from them anytime soon. Maybe 5 or 6 months for some of you. It does feel like the Wheel of Fortune is pushing them forward. Could be 9 weeks for others of you, as I said. Let's see if there's anyone else coming in the future here. We have the Ten of Wands, we have the Ten of Swords, and we have the Ace of Pentacles. We have the Lovers, we have the Four of Swords, and we have the Page of Wands. So yes, I feel like there is somebody new that's showing up here. It feels like there is a new door opening to a new chapter that is quite abundant. I feel like you're going to want to invest here, and it feels like it comes on the healing of you, comes on the heels of you having gone through some sort of healing stage here, because the Ten of Wands tells me you finally drop something, and the Ten of Swords is you finally release it. I feel as though you realize that it's time for you to get back on the road here, because we do have these 10 wands. We've got 2 that are ready to hit the ground, right? That's the Two of Wands, making a decision or taking an action. Ace of Wands is here, so I do want, Ace of Wands is in the hand of the Page of Wands. It feels like I feel like you do want to move forward here. I feel like you are releasing all of this. You're going to be releasing this person, and whether or not they want to come back, I feel like by the time they come back, you meet somebody else, because the Lovers is here. It feels like you meet a really healing love. Feels like this connection shows up as like a spark, a little bit of a spark, that you will be meeting someone new. For some of you, it could be 10 to 14 days, possibly a week, maybe 11 weeks for some of you, a year for the other few of you. It feels like you will be meeting somebody here, but it feels like it's coming up in the future. So some of you may wait for this person, and some of you may wait for the future person, because they are coming in the future, which is the Three of Wands. I'm going to give you a little bit of information about this person, this new person, and who we're talking about. Tell me about the new person, please. Tell me about the new person. You might be seeing 2s when you are close to seeing this person. Your person could be a younger feminine, or maybe you are. This person is a homebody. They could be an earth sign, Taurus, Virgo, Capricorn, or any of the other signs that really love to stay home. There is going to be a major attraction, and I got that from the Lovers and the Page of Wands here. This person feels familiar, so they will feel like you've known them before in another life. This person seeks emotions, so they could be someone who has a rising sign that is water, or Sagittarius, Scorpio, Pisces, or Cancer. They are someone who is very balanced. So when you meet them, they have this major attraction for you, but I feel like they stay in balance. They don't really show it on the surface. You will probably meet them in the next few weeks, and this could be someone that you already know that maybe you didn't consider them before. I was just saying that they could be of Scorpio energy, right? I am going to talk about this. I'm going to take this True Romance Love Tarot. We're going to talk about this over here because we're going to get some reasons as to why this person is still no contact or what they might be thinking of. What are they thinking about when it comes to the collective here? What are the reasons? The lame reasons are coming up with is why they're in this no contact energy here. Tell me about this. This person does not want to be alone. I can't talk to you right now. Why do I feel so lost? So somebody here does feel quite lost without you here. I cry at night. I don't put up with my BS. Don't treat me the way you don't treat me the way you do. I don't deserve it. Oh, interesting. I've got sexual desire. And it is all too much. I feel like I can't talk to you right now deserves some sort of clarification here. Why can't they talk to you right now? Why can't they talk to you right now? They can't talk to you right now because they feel like you don't want to talk to them. It feels like they are working on themselves. We got 5 and 3 Pentacles. Feels like they're working on themselves. I also feel like this person is right now in a partnership, possibly courting someone. But the Justice card here tells me that they want things to come into balance with you guys, but the reason that they're not talking to you is because they think you don't want to talk to them. The King of Wands. They do want to pursue, though. I think that they might because the Tower is here. What's this? Oh, look at that. We've got the Fool and we've got the 4 of Cups. The 4 of Cups is up here, right? So I feel like a Tower is going to bust them out of their 4 of Cups, and then there's going to be some sort of a new beginning here. So I feel like they are going to come forward, but I would say don't be surprised if it all comes together all at once, collective. If you meet somebody new and boom, all of a sudden this person shows up with their ready to take a leap of faith with you. So it is what it is. I'm going to let you go from here. Thank you so much for coming here and watching. I do appreciate you. I'm going to go for now, singles, but I'll be back because I'm always back. You guys take care. Bye-bye.